I was like,
I'm not sorry. Stay sick 'cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. No, I'ma push me an all black truck.
hey girl, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Maria Delia, and today we're gonna get into a little bit of a girl chat video. I've been wanting to do this for a minute, so I'm happy that I finally have this part or a segment to my channel. Basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna talk about, controversial topics or subjects that you would typically talk about or kiki with your girlfriends. I, for one, am so much of a fan of those conversations that we have where we all get to voice our opinion, and we might not all agree, but we all glean or find value in our friends' perspective. I love conversations like that. First of all, I just want you guys to know that I've actually already recorded this video, but for some reason the files got corrupted. So I'm going to try to redo this video and talk about these topics again and give them the same authenticity that I gave the first go around. Apologies if I look like I've been crying. It's because I have, okay? I just received some really good news, and I'm just overwhelmed with emotion. So if I get teary-eyed during any point of this video, just know when the time is right, I will update you guys. But I'm just really emotional right now. And anyway, the first topic, it kind of went viral on TikTok, to be honest. Whew, it just was so controversial, just hearing everyone's opinions on TikTok and then knowing my own. It was a lot. So if you don't know, there was a little clip from, I don't even know his TikTok name, but I do know that he was known for being a corporate baddie. Like, his whole get up or shtick was basically posting quick little TikTok videos about being a corporate baddie in today's society as a Gen Z. Yeah, so I was just really shocked when I saw this video, but basically, forgive me if I interpret this wrong. Again, this is just my interpretation. This is not like law or anything like that. Like, this is a safe space, guys. Long story short, he basically brought up a very important topic in friendships: birthday celebrations, right? So his thing was, if it's your birthday and you invite folks out for your birthday, you should only invite your friends out. You should only invite your friends out for a birthday dinner if you are able to pay the totality of the bill. So that means paying for your friends on your birthday. As you can imagine, this brought on a bunch of controversy. There were some people who were in support of this, and there were some people who were just like, no, it's my birthday. I found myself somewhere along the middle. Here's why. There's just so many things to consider when we talk about this, because one, is it your culture to foot the bill? For me, I think the biggest, or I guess the best way to look at it for me is just to consider, like, what is okay in your friend group? Like, is it acceptable in your friend group to spoil the birthday girl or the birthday boy, or is it unacceptable? Like, you guys have to figure out what is okay for you and your friend group, because every friend group is going to be different. It's really just that understanding. I feel like that's really what it is, And then the other way to look at it is like finances. If I'm 18 years old and I'm inviting everyone out for my birthday, I'm not financially stable enough to foot the bill for everyone. But you guys should still come out. It's my birthday. But then in the same token, it's just as I've gotten older, I have gained a little bit of financial stability. So I do look at birthdays a little differently. Like, for instance, for my birthday next year, I'm already thinking about, like, okay, well, I want to do this. And I'm also at the same time like, well, everybody's pockets can't afford that. So how can you be inclusive and still, feel celebrated? I'm 10 out of 10 thinking I'm just going to pay for the Airbnb and then just ask my friends to worry about transportation to and from the spot. Now, the only way that I feel like I would be in full support of me footing the bill, and when I say it's like full support, I mean like beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's my role, it's my job, it's my responsibility, period, no end if buts about it. That would be if I was hosting maybe like an event for my birthday and I needed to rent the space and buy, the drinks and everything for that event space. If I'm putting a shindig together, then yes, Absolutely. I'm footing the bill, period. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm really in the middle. Because even in the same token of me saying, like, I'm inviting you out to this shindig and I pay for the event space and all that stuff, I'm assuming you're going to bring me a gift. I don't know. I spoil people on birthdays. So, like I said, I feel like the 18-year-old me is thinking one way, and then the now, today me is thinking more so, if I'm wanting to do something very expensive, I could definitely see how it could be a little bit selfish of me to expect for people to do these grandiose events and not help in any way, shape, or form. I'm in the middle. On the other hand, I like to, like I said, I love to spoil people for their birthdays. Like, I'm really big on birthdays. I am all about giving that energy on your birthday because it is the one day in 365 days that you get for you. So when it comes to my friends, I don't even care. It doesn't even matter. Like, you're not touching the bill, period. Like, I'm not letting you do that. Like, you can't do that. Not for your birthday. It's your day. I'm paying for everything. That's how I feel. If I can financially afford it, honey, I'm not letting you do that. I'm not letting you do that. That's because I believe in spoiling the birthday person. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of like in the middle. It's controversial. I get it. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do it. I think at the bottom line, it's just up to you and your friend group and what you guys deem acceptable. I think that is what's really important here. Obviously, the people who don't agree with him are not going to be in his friend group. And you know what I mean? And vice versa. So it just really depends. I mean, some of us are raised to celebrate the birthday girl or birthday boy and make them feel like a princess or a prince, period. You know, some people are raised that way and other people are not. Okay, so this next topic I feel like is something that has kind of like, this topic has been circulating for a while, I feel like, but I just felt like I needed to add my 2 cents to it because no one has answered this question quite the way I feel. Oh, and if I didn't mention, they're going to be timestamps, so if I'm talking and you don't really care for the topic, girl, skip around. Like, feel free. I'm not going to get mad. Like, it's completely okay. That's what the timestamps are for, so. But anyway, this topic is trends. Am I for them? Am I against them? Like, how do I feel about them? And I'm going to be honest. I mean, some trends are good, okay? Some trends are bad, I feel like. Like, obviously, ones that will involve you harming yourself are definitely not good trends. Ultimately, I just feel like in this world of plagiarism, okay? Because, honey, it's a lot of it going around. In this world of plagiarism, honey, please just stay true to you. Don't do something just because it's a trend. Do it because you 10 out of 10 want to do it. Just make sure you're staying true to you. I think that's my biggest thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Is Maria Delia going to follow a trend or two? Yes, absolutely. Okay? I never said I wasn't. I just said that I feel like you need to stay true to you. And that's something that I feel like I honestly owe to my mom. I'm so thankful and grateful to her because she definitely supported my eclecticism as I was growing up. Like, I've always been someone to push the bar, and especially when it came to how I did my hair growing up. I mean, how I dressed growing up, even like piercings. Like, I used to have so many piercings. Like, I had a septum piercing. I had so many piercings, okay? Just think geeky rebel. That was me, okay? I just wanted to push the bar. Is that the right terminology? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. But I just wanted to do that. And when I say geeky rebel, I mean that in the best way because we're talking about me. I mean, I'm okay with saying that's who I was. I think that her support in that area definitely aided in my individuality and confidence, so to speak. I really appreciate that. And I feel like with trends, if you're going to follow the trend, just make sure it's something that you actually want to do or something that you actually want to try, not something that you are just doing for the sake of just being like those girls. You get what I'm saying? I neither hate them nor love them. If I want to try something, I want to try something. If something new comes about that seems fun to do, might add value to my life or goes along with my me, you know, then yeah, cool. Don't let your aesthetic be the trend. Let your trend be the aesthetic. Did I say that? Anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? Individuality, eclecticism, uniqueness, bring it to the table, babe, because nobody can do it like you. That's how I feel. So yeah, which brings me to my next topic. A huge part of this, like feeding into trends and things of that nature, is because people are not putting their phone down nowadays. Like, everyone is on their phones, everyone's on the social media platforms, and don't get me wrong, like, hello, this is a platform, but in the same token, sometimes it's nice to put your phone down and give yourself that little bit of that moment to rejuvenate, you know, that moment to just refresh and really make sure that you are operating from a place of you, from a place of who you really are and what you really want to do and who you want to be. To reconnect, honestly, you can reconnect with your goals, reconnect with the things that make you happy, and make sure you're not just doing the things that social media tells you that you need to do. So I really do feel like, especially in this day and age, it's important to just put your phone down sometimes, take a walk outside, hike. I like to hike. Maybe you don't like to hike. Maybe you don't like being outside, but catch up on some TV shows or what have you, but just put your phone down and check in with yourself. I feel like that's very important for mental health. But we've all been there where we're seeing something on social media and we're comparing ourselves to someone. We feel crappy and we're like, wow. And then it manifests into other things, and now you're at work the next day with a grumpy attitude and you don't even know why. It's because you've just internalized that competitive nature. You've internalized defeat and failure when you haven't even given yourself the true grace that you deserve. I'm an advocate for those little refreshers, even if it's just like an hour a day where you're just not in your phone. I think that is just really healthy and helpful for our mental health. Speaking of putting your phone down, please do not be fooled by social media. Like, do not be fooled. People with 9 to 5s very much still do exist, okay? People with jobs still exist. Don't fall for the hype. Like, if you have a 9 to 5 and it doesn't fit whatever aesthetic, don't be down on yourself about it. Does your 9 to 5 provide financial stability? Is it putting food on your table? Is it allowing you to live life comfortably? Okay, then cool. There's no need to change it. Like, don't feel like you gotta drop everything to become this type of aesthetic or drop everything to become this type of girl. Like, our 9 to 5s, for whatever reason, sometimes might not fit the trendy aesthetics that are circulating, and that's okay. Like, that doesn't make you not aesthetically pleasing. Remember, you are the aesthetic. Set the tone, period. Like, it's okay if you're a teacher and you're not the aesthetically clean girl 24/7. Like, it's okay. Don't fall for the hype. You're doing fine, sweetie. And that's the other thing. Like, I feel like the reason why people are even attracted to TikTok is because it's more realistic. It's more relatable. Like, it's more meeting people where they really are as opposed to who they're portraying themselves to be. And I feel like that's the reason why so many people have gravitated to TikTok. So it's okay, babe. We're just waiting for everyone else to catch up. That's it. That's it. You're doing fine. You're doing great. But anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Trends are cool. Just make sure that you're being authentically you. No one else can do you like you do you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know too. I like it all. I love it. I love a good discussion, okay? All right, so the next topic kind of ties into all of that. We're gonna be talking a little bit about confidence. So for me, confidence is an ongoing battle. Like, I have yet to meet anybody that's completely confident all the time, like genuinely confident all the time. Like, never has a bad day where they don't have low self-esteem or question something that they did, or, you know, anything like that. I haven't met anyone, and maybe you have, and, you know, let me know, put my foot in my mouth, but I have not met anyone who is consistently confident all the time. Confidence is a journey. Confidence is something that you work at little by little, bit by bit, and over time you feel more and more confident in who you are. Even Beyonce, what is that song? She was like, been up, been broke, been down, bounce back. What you know about that? Exactly. I don't know about you, but I've been there where, like, one day I might wake up, I might feel bloated. Like, yesterday I felt like the it girl. Today I feel like I want to put on a hoodie because I'm not feeling it today. Like, I think true confidence really comes from being okay with the ebbs and flows of everything. Being okay and knowing that ultimately you are still beautiful. You are still everything that you need to be in that moment. And just being cool with that. Like, I think that that's true confidence. Trusting that regardless of if you feel bad today or tomorrow, you know that, like, it's up for you. So the other part about confidence, I feel like, outside of just the ebbs and flows, is just starting to appreciate things about you that you hate, okay? For instance, I'm going to be extremely vulnerable. When I was younger, I hated my face structure. I wouldn't smile because I felt like my face structure, it made it more prominent when I smiled, and I would not even, I just wouldn't smile. People would say, oh my god, you have such a pretty smile, you should smile, and I would be like, no. And it was because it looked so different amongst my peers. Like, amongst the people that I was surrounded by, no one looked like me, and so I didn't appreciate what I had. What did it for me was switching that perspective and switching that thinking. Like, I basically had to tell myself, yo, like, you can celebrate the fact that you have something that's unique and different. You can look at it like, she's unique as I don't know what. I love that. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. I don't know anyone else that has that. I guess that's what I mean about, like, you just have to accept the things about yourself that you feel like are ugly, or don't go with the status quo, or don't go with the general acceptance of beauty. I think that that's important, and I think the moment that you start to celebrate those things that you feel like are so unique, you're going to feel so much better about yourself and the skin that you're in. Like, I promise you, it's a game changer. It's so freeing because you really just get to show up as yourself and nobody else. Another thing that I did to build confidence, now I'm not telling you guys to do this, but it really definitely helped me out. 2 years ago, I guess it was 2 years ago, I shaved my head. About this time, 2020, September 2020, August 2020, I shaved my head. I literally shaved my head. Now, prior to this, I have 4A hair. I used to rock a big fro. I used to rock a huge fro, okay? Curly fro, it was cute. I loved it, okay? But I really just had like huge big hair, and I would do the wash and goes, twist outs, all that jazz. But I felt like I was hiding, to the point where I would just kind of hide behind my bangs, and I would just have these huge curly bangs right here and the big fro, and you would no longer see my face. Now again, remember I told you I struggled with accepting my bone structure and not really liking the shape of my face. And so I told myself, no, all of it has to go. It's gone. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't know. And the woman that grows after this chop, she's gonna be new, okay? She's gonna accept everything as that's right there. That was one of the things I did. I felt like, to help build my confidence, and that's why I'm so much of an advocate for just starting to accept those things about yourself that you find ugly. If you don't like your nose, if you don't like your shoulders, if you don't like something about yourself that you are not willing to surgically change, I encourage you just to start loving those parts of yourself that you feel like no one else appreciates or would accept, because I guarantee the minute that you appreciate and accept those parts of you, you about to shine. You about to shine, baby. You about to blow up, period. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, people are going, it's just such a huge difference once you do that. And I encourage you to do it. I'm not encouraging you to shave your head, okay? Please don't shave your head. I definitely did not tell you to shave your head. But I am saying those were the steps that I took to help me get to be as confident and comfortable with myself. But yeah, so that's what I have to say about confidence. Take it day by day. Work at it. It's a journey. Accept those things about yourself that you don't even want to bring up and speak about, because I know we all have those things about ourselves, but just accept them, because you might become the next aesthetically pleasing thing. Celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate your individuality. Celebrate it all. Because, honey, no one can do it like you. Nobody can do it like you, period. No one can do it like you. And that, if you don't learn nothing after watching this video, I hope you know that you are top tier. So this next topic is on Instagram. So I found this thread on Instagram and I saved it, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So basically, I'm going to put a picture up somewhere so you guys can see it. But basically, there's a thread, and it basically is like, if you're in your 20s or 30s, read these 27 sentences to put yourself ahead of 99% of people your age. I just want to talk to you about one of the 27 statements. Now, they're all pretty good. There's one that stuck out to me so much, and I felt like I just needed to talk about it. But it was statement number 14, and it says, if you can't find a good person, be one. I read that, and I was literally like, oh, what I needed to hear. It was just what I needed to hear, because lately I've been struggling with how sensitive I am. Like, I feel like I'm a very empathic person. I'm a very open person. I'm a great listener. I'm just sensitive. You know what I mean? I'm sensitive to your feelings. I'm sensitive to my feelings. I'm sensitive to everybody's feelings. I'm feeling everybody's feelings. Like, that's me. Because I am so sensitive, I often get like hurt by certain things people will do, and they might not even have the intent, or that might not even be their intent to hurt me. And I was trying to figure out, like, okay, Maria, do you harden yourself? Do you isolate yourself? Do you distance yourself from these people? Do you build up these huge walls so that no one can break into those sensitive and vulnerable parts of you. Like, how do you approach this? Like, what do you do? And I got my answer, ironically, from social media. Anyway, so I saw that and I was just like, you're right, that's it, that's the answer, there it is right there. Like, if you can't find anyone to be good to you, just be good, period. When you come into this world, you have a choice. You can either be a bad person or a good person. Choose to be a good one. If someone treats you bad, that's on them. You don't have to always return that energy with more rah rah rah. You know what I mean? You don't have to return that with bad energy or build up walls, because all of that takes effort. It takes effort to build walls. It takes effort to harden yourself. It takes effort to come back and fire back. You know what I mean? It takes effort to do all those things, and I am not willing to give that effort. Like, I don't want to give effort to be hateful, nasty. I don't want to put in effort to isolate myself. I don't want to do that. I just want to show up as the best person that I could be, continue to be open, continue to love on people who deserve to be loved, because we all deserve to be loved, continue to turn the other cheek. And I'm not saying I'm going to be like a punching bag, because I'm not saying that. Like, I'm definitely not saying, oh, you can just, like, you know, whatever, and I'm going to forgive you. I'm just saying I'm no longer going to engage in the nasty behavior. Like, I'm not going to engage in that. I'm just going to accept you for who you are and where you're at, and deal with that accordingly, while still showing you that I am a good person and I have love for you. Like, that's me. Like, you can do something nasty right now. Like, you can slam the door in my face right now, and I'm going to be like, you know what? I love you. You were having a bad day. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I am. And I know that might sound nuts to some people, but for me, it's just like, I don't have energy to be nasty to you. I don't have energy to hurt you the way that you hurt me. The only thing I can do is tell you that, hey, that hurt. I still love you. I get it. It's not going to be for everyone, but that resonated with me. Now, there are, 26 other statements on that thread. I'm going to put a link down in the description box so you guys can find the thread that I'm talking about. But there are 26 other statements. I promise you, if you're in your 20s or your 30s, one of those statements will resonate with you, and maybe it will have already resonated with you, and it's something that you've already learned. I'm telling you guys, I really like this thread. I really, really like this thread, because I'm thinking about the younger me. A lot of that stuff wouldn't have made sense, but now older me is like, yeah, that's true. I wish I'd known it sooner. I just found so much value in this, and I always love sharing resources or things of that nature that help people grow and evolve. Some of that stuff might not resonate with you. Some of it might resonate later. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, how many times have you said, I will never do that? And then 5 years later be doing it? Yeah, exactly. So anyway, check it out. All right, so the last topic, and you guys are probably gonna think I'm nuts, but the last topic is New Year's resolutions. I know you're probably like, Maria, girl, it is September. Why are we talking about New Year's resolutions? Well, we are, because I'm a super planner and I like to look ahead, and probably you need to too. I don't know. I just feel like right now is a good time to check back and see if those New Year resolutions that you set for for January 1st, 2022 are still, chugging along like they're supposed to, or if you need to light a little fire to you to complete them by the end of this year. Now is a great time to check in on that. Now is a great time also to start thinking about what you want to change for 2023. I'm just going to start early, okay? Because they say it takes 21 days to make something a habit. But what happens if I've been doing it for 3 months and then I fell off? What then? Like, I don't know. So I'm just like, I'm in a place where I just want to be super duper prepared for the next year to come. But I low-key want to go ahead and start those habits that I want to put in place by 2023, so that I can make sure like they are like legit, like they're engraved. I don't know. I'm just planting a seed. Maybe you think I'm nuts and maybe you skipped over this part, but if you're already thinking about New Year's resolutions, now is a great time just to remind yourself that no, it's not a rat race, but ultimately you are in charge of your destiny. And if you want to make something happen, you're gonna have to make it happen. So how are we gonna do that? And that's what those New Year's resolutions, or at least for me, that's what my New Year's resolutions have always served as. It's always been a great time for me to put some time aside and allot that time for nothing but bettering myself. I'm just like a super planner. I've already planned next month. That's just how I'm built, and I have to be that way, because if I don't, I just feel like, oh my god, like I don't know what's going on with life, and start like dysfunction, she's broken. Like, that's literally me when I don't plan. So I have to plan. So yeah, if you guys are already thinking about your New Year's resolutions, think now is a great time to start. You have like 3 more months until the end of the year. it's a great time to go ahead and just do what you need to do, because I promise you, your higher self is looking down on your lower self right now and like, girl, honey, where we trying to go? We trying to go places. What's that? Ironically enough, I was actually thinking about doing a vision board. I did one beginning of this year, but I also want to do, like, I think I want to do another one this year, but also like bring you guys along for the journey and maybe like show you guys how I put one together. If you guys will be down for that, let me know. So that pretty much completes this video or this girl chat. I really do hope you guys found this valuable. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, did you agree with me? Did you disagree at some points? You know, this is a safe space. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I really appreciate when women, or honestly anybody, let me not even say that, I really appreciate when folks can come into a room and debate and talk about controversial topics and not get nasty. Okay, please don't get nasty in those comments. I'm not asking for that. But when people can come together and just voice their opinion and learn from one another and value other people's perspectives, like, I really just appreciate that, because you might learn something, and just because you don't agree with something today don't mean you won't agree with it tomorrow. Like I said before, how many times have you said you would never do that but then turn around and do that? So, but anyway, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this. I really want to continue to do these girl chats. I mean, I know we be vain and all that and stuff on this channel, but you know, it's nice to add a little sprinkle of light and love and just support. That's definitely who I am as a person, and I definitely wanted to bring that to this channel. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I love you guys so much, and I thank you so much for supporting me and this channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.